Hello and welcome to Dev Castle. I timed that perfectly for you to take your big sip of water. But we're back. I'm back from holiday. I can't remember where you were last week, and Wale is still AFK. I guess that works.
Wale has life. Life is more important than us, obviously.
Yeah, so we're back again, and we're looping back to what would have been a month ago now. So you've done a few bits in the background to make our life easier. I don't know if you want to go through quickly, and then we can talk about what we need to do today to kind of polish it off.
Yeah, so I looked into how we can deploy through not Terraform, how we can deploy our clients through not Terraform. As much as Terraform's amazing, we don't really want our clients to be stateless. We don't really want our clients to be like hold in state. We just want to be like, hey, give me a client, call that client, it's done, throw it away. So I've created a Nomad job, which is a parameterized Nomad job, which is something I've not done before.
Cool, fancy.
So yeah, so you get the screen. I can then dispatch a job. I can give it a name. Just go like test. I want this to spin up something, so I'm just going to use these just to show like it connecting and things starting.
Yeah.
And then I can dispatch, and it's the standard Nomad interface. We got job pending. So this job has 3 parts. The first one is let's actually go into the definition. Oh, this is a bad way of saying it. Okay, let's go into this definition. So it's got 3 parts. The first one is it runs a startup script, which is this. GCP gave me this command. I mostly know what it does, but I'm calling REST API with the information I want to start the server in. This we are probably going to edit today if we get far enough, because we got a nice hard-coded somewhere in this
image.
mass of things. We have the image, which we're going to hopefully move to Packer. Oh, that one, Packer. Then the next thing it does is it goes into a monitoring loop, which what this does is it goes, God, I can't even monitor. Oh, well, you're not actually showing the screen.
Yeah, my brain just like I hit live, and then I've been on holiday and still catching up to reality.
So it runs this command. So it gets the instance name that I've kind of loaded in before, and it just loops through, goes, does this instance exist, yes or no? And as soon as it fails, this errors and will kill the job. So it means if something like while I made a script that at 9 o'clock every day it kills all the instances, if that happens, the job finishes. So we don't just have jobs lying around that don't match our infrastructure.
Yeah, and that job is.
Oh, sorry, that's
doesn't attack the ones that are labeled core or tagged core. There's a tag that can save something from being deleted.
This is the actual one. It's got a finish block. That one was the kill one. The second one I did. This is the one that's like finish. Meanwhile, I were chatting about how to improve that, because if we want a client to stay up longer than 9, there's no way of doing it. So we may have what's like Nomad controlled clients, which don't fall into that or something like that, like another label that we can look at.
Yeah, I guess we could just have a tag that says something like stateful or long term.
Yeah, or just like Nomad controlled, so it's out of the auto killing
loop. Yeah.
Because in this, because this one I sleep for an amount of time, I then describe and then check. So within here, I could be like, check to see what the time is if there's a variable set. So this can handle its own killing.
Nice.
This is probably up now. So if I go into here, you can see we've got running. This one's running. I wish that name was better. This is, it's pen. This is pending. Missing vault read.
I wonder if the TLS has broken that.
This is probably our TLS has caused problems because it's not letting us feed vault. Well, what this is meant to do is spin up the client, obviously Vault's having issues. But I mean, that's good to know that if Vault fails, I'll just stop and post that job because I don't care about that. So that is what I've been up to. It's the whole point is to be able to run this, which is a web server thing. But on Saturday, I wanted to use it for Minecraft. Our Packer version is not in a latent enough version to be able to run our Minecraft stuff because our console version is out of date.
The console version's out of date. I think we had some, I guess the node pool stuff. Is that semi-ansible as well?
Yeah. So I suppose, yeah, I've had to, so other things I've had to do, which I suppose in this definition is I've had to pass through some information on one time. So I'm setting this.
Yeah.
So this is creating a file in our directory, which sets the node pool, and then this is a hacky thing that as part of the stuff I want to do needs to uncompress more than 4,000 files. And this, yeah. It was an easy, what we can do, what we should do for this is, I don't know if you saw, there's like a payload. Is have it so you can set the payload, and the payload will get added as client arguments. So you can kind of change your client at one time.
Perfect.
But before we do all of that, we need to get Packer not just using this Nomad client code, which is lying around. Because, yeah, this is
the copy of the old Ansible code.
And it's just installing Nomad. It doesn't install console?
Yeah, would it install console? I can't remember.
Don't we need a console client?
We probably do.
I don't really know, because when we spin up a client, oh no, we run our Ansible, which like we run this and then we run Ansible that loads everything else in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna change this. We're gonna change this to use our new stuff, which doesn't look hard, looks very easy. And then we're going to try and get everything else to work.
And just ignore our TLS issue in the meantime.
I did nearly go, we should fix TLS. I do wonder if we just rerun Packer, if we do rerun Ansible, if TLS will just fix itself.
I think leave it for now, because the building of the Packer image isn't reliant on the TLS. I don't think. No, because we haven't pulled any secrets from Vault yet. So
this is more interesting.
Yeah, get this up and running, and if we get to a point where the TLS is truly a blocker, we can fix it then, because it's just cert renewals.
So what we need, I believe, from what I had a quick look, is we need our requirements file.
Yeah.
And as part of that, we don't need Vault or TLS. We just need Nomad and console.
Sounds reasonable.
And then within our main, the actual roles we need are just the client roles. Though I don't know if console client will work, judging by how we're doing our keys.
Oh well, give it a go, see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have to kind of hard code our keys a little bit.
This is why I was saying pulling them from Vault would make sense, or having them in a stored, a more secure permanent storage than a Git repo. Because Git repos aren't places for secrets. Yeah.
We have the power to load it into Vault, even if we manually then have to take it from Vault into GitHub Actions.
We could use secret sync. Oh, we're not in HCP Vault.
Or Vault Enterprise.
Is that Enterprise? I get the
it is
boundaries. I get so fuzzy.
I think it is now an Enterprise feature. So we're in packet images. Oh, there's one other thing I need to actually. You need to go there. You need to go there. I don't know if we need the group vars. There's all of these, but I think I passed them through. So I'm going to try without any variables.
You were right about the secret sync. It is enterprise.
Sad face.
All the cool stuff's going to enterprise these days.
It's the stuff that makes you go, oh, maybe enterprise is worth it. And for the cost, maybe for us, because it's only with we're ambassadors, we get access to HCP Vault. It's like, oh, do you just go HCP Vault?
Have a very strange setup, so it only ever has one client.
No, if you use Vault Secrets instead of HCP Vault, you get 25 secrets.
Ooh.
So as long as you only ever use 25 secrets.
So that gives you, because each one's half a meg. So actually, no, it'd be more because it depends what backend they use. I assume they use RAR, so each one's a megabyte. So you'd have 25 megs of text data to use for secrets, and you can just dump JSONs into them.
It's so insecure.
Well, as long as you group the megabytes of stuff into, you can have 25 departments.
I mean, that's probably more secure than most companies. So I think we go Galaxy file, and then we pass a link to our requirement, what I'm calling requirements file.
Yeah.
I think that's what I need to do.
This should just work.
What's the chance of one that even works?
That's not using TLS or anything. I think that'll run. What's that runner in? It's a runner and Nomad job.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My headset just beeped as running out of power, so I may have to deal with that at some point. But that can happen when it starts getting very angry at me. Cool. Pack images. Something went wrong. Great.
Oh, perfect.
Internal error while GitHub Actions has encountered internal error while running your job.
Is there anything on our?
I mean, there's no agent here.
Yeah.
Thought we had a.
Did we have this set up?
I thought we did set up a agent.
I remember setting up an agent. I can't remember for the life of me how we did it though.
Yeah, none of these are like GitHub agent. Oh, no, we don't need an agent because it's
So
it doesn't need to talk to the cluster.
No. Well, if we started pulling Vault stuff from it, then we would need to talk to the cluster though.
So what is the error? Yes, that is true.
Is it trying to build on an agent that doesn't exist?
Yeah, I was just wondering about that.
Wasn't it a Terraform agent we set up, not
Yeah, we have set up a Terraform agent. I can see that one.
Yeah, I don't think we ever set up a GitHub agent because we never ran anything really with GitHub Actions.
I don't think we need it. I'm very tempted to just ignore this. Mainly because I don't actually know. Oh, they're runners. Yeah, we don't have a runner configured. Is it just because? No, it's public. This I really don't understand why this just failed.
If you rerun it, do you get the same error?
See if I can get slightly more logging. And that one's fine. Great.
GitHub's just having a bad day.
Maybe. And then I have all the fun debug messages.
Oh, do you know what the sort of official definition or one of the definitions of insanity is?
It's like doing the same thing and doing the same thing twice and expecting multiple outcomes.
Yeah, doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
Yeah.
People
Most
wonder,
of my job.
Yeah, people wonder why we go slightly crazy over time.
Yeah, my first step on anything going wrong is, have you tried it again? Try it again.
Yeah, if I can't reproduce the error, I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah, if it works the second time, sure, whatever.
It's annoying when it's sort of like once every sort of few times. If you need that 100% pass rate, getting those last like 1% of failures is always a nightmare because the like conditions to trigger them are so weird.
The 99% pass rate is just annoying. Like 50%, you just go, well, every other time, like try twice. But you can't say like try 100 times. That's just the box we created. We don't have access to. Oh wait, cloning. That's Git repo. That's because our repos are private. I mean, I'm all for making them public.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in those that are sensitive. There's the original ACL or the encryption key, which has been rotated so many times now.
Yeah. Change visibility, change public. Republic. I'd have to do that like 4 times. Really want to make sure you're happy.
No, I'm surprised they didn't make you type in the repo name.
Just click the same button. That's public. That one.
Is it deleting that they make you type it all out?
Yeah, I just have to click. I accept this is going to be public 5 times. Change zone. Because I'm so used to doing this sort of stuff in Terraform, I'm expected on the like left to see a setting I need to go to.
You've been conditioned.
Yeah. Cool. We want jobs. I don't debug. Go.
And we were talking earlier about setting up sort of everything to be managed by Terraform, getting our Terraform workspaces to be managed by Terraform. Would we also then look at getting our GitHub repos to be managed by Terraform?
I think you have to. Also, we got a follower. Mr. Taylor, thank you for the follow. It is very appreciated. Yeah, I think at some point everything we do needs to be generated by Terraform, because I think the ability to go, I need a Git repo with a Terraform workspace, and it'll just do it for you, is significantly nicer than I've manually made a repo and now I need to work out how it links to Terraform.
No, I would quite like to have that one button deployment where someone could take code, run scripts, and just give it their credentials to Google and I guess probably Cloudflare at the moment. But maybe to that, it'd just spin off a complete copy of this.
Well, I mean, I would love to get just fix that. I just made that one public. Is there some like thingy consistency? Yeah, eventual consistency rubbish. I mean, I am more than happy. Getting GitHub Actions is not the point of this. I don't have Packer installed.
Do you have it on your WSL?
I'm on WSL.
It's a little PowerShell icon on the top corner. Confused me.
Yeah, it's blue. That's how you know it's WSL. Linux, AMD 64. Copy link address. Uh, 1.11.1. Why, when I type unzip, is it like code?
At this point, surely it'd just be easier to type unzip.
Well, it's the -D. I can remember. It's not pure laziness. It's just I didn't actually give it a file extension. Whoops.
Oh well. You're going to delete your unnamed compressed file.
It's named. It just doesn't have a file. It doesn't have a file extension.
Windows is not going to know what to do with it.
It's in Linux. Windows doesn't need to know what to do with it. What am I in? Packer. Packer init. This is why I have not touched Packer in a long time. Packer init dot. Oh, it's just dot, isn't it? So it does everything.
God. Yeah. Are you just going to build this? Does our Packer link up to HCP Packer by default, or do we have to do some more fancy stuff?
Cloud. Is it login?
Probably.
Auth login. There we go.
Can that jump? Does it jump out of WSL successfully?
No, it doesn't. I have to click the thing. Oh my God, so many buttons. There we go. I think that's a project ID.
I can't
No.
remember.
There we go. It's happy when I give the correct like valuable thing. Still can't log in. Why can't you use my just logged in? Maybe it'd be easier to get cloud working.
So will it need a service account rather than your credentials?
Here we go. It needs that one. Just have to log in again. Yay, green.
For now.
Hey, it's working, and I have GitHub access on this, so that won't be an issue either. What we may have to do is there's a way of giving GitHub access to other Git repos. more than likely it's a caching issue, and by the time we've waited for a bit, it'll just start working.
This is why you quietly do the dry run early and to find those little bugs, fix them for the cache.
Yeah, I mean, I just want the Galaxy stuff to. Yeah, there we go. That is running
nice.
the Galaxy code.
I wonder
One
if we should...
OK. Failed. Destination directory etc console does not exist.
That
I'm
would
not
be
running base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to run the bases of both of these.
I have a suspicion that when this does run, the console node won't connect. Will the Nomad connect if console's not happy?
If the Nomad has all the right information, it should do. There is a way of doing. There's a way of connecting Nomad through console, but we're not doing that. It's something that maybe we should do. So actually, you don't need to tell. Nomad doesn't need to know about the other servers. It just knows about console, and console knows about services called Nomad.
Yeah, I think one of the next things I'm going to look into is diving deeper into console and understanding how some more of that networking stuff works.
Yeah, I looked at there's an API gateway function, so it'll do all your like ingress network traffic from the internet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder
Things
if
to
we could
do
ever...
when we have both time.
I wonder if we could ever get this up so it was like set up the clusters to be multi-cloud. So you have a Nomad server in each cloud and then workers in each cloud.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be a case of tunneling the network connection, like routing the network connection between all the networks.
Yeah, you're not fancy getting a private link or whatever they're called?
Sure, that sounds expensive. Oh, that didn't work. Do I need to re-init?
Maybe. Once it joins the console base, skipping no host matched.
Oh, good spot. Glad someone's paying attention to the actual hours. It's just so green. It's really hard to see what's going on.
Yeah. I think it's just because it's sat a little bit further out.
Well, I saw the big fails. It's like that's not the hour. This is the hour.
Yeah, if there's nothing to do, it's still doing it successfully.
Yep. It'd be good for HCP Packer to work. It's one of those things that looks really cool, but it's quite hard to find a use case for like tinkering where it's actually worth it.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff is that, from what I understand, is using the HCP Packer as the image. You can pull the image address from it, which means if you can essentially have a latest tag for your images and force anything downstream to update with some like the Terraform drift detection and stuff like that.
We're not going that far, but the ability to go when we try and run an image, it pulls the latest would be nice.
Yeah, and if you build images off images, I think it will tell you if like the base image has been updated. Something like that.
That sounds useful. It's running apt. Update apt. Base is actually running.
That's good. And what it fails when it can't get access to some of the binaries or something like that.
Well, I hope this should fully work. There may just be some like this variable doesn't exist errors. I don't know how bulletproof we made our console client code.
I think we gave most things
this undeclared variable.
take stuff standard out.
Registering key. It's the key stuff.
Okay. Did you comment out the variables, or did you just delete them?
I haven't done anything. This works fine on the other one. But
no, because it can pull the key from the.
Yeah, if I go back into WSL and go dev. What's a DCO console? Within our client code, not our client, not
PR base
tasks. Install, unzip, y, create, register. So this only happens on the server. So if there's no server, this fails, which means this then fails.
Yeah.
And then we load this in here. So this is a problem with the base of how we're doing with encryption keys. I don't know what the best way of fixing this is.
Would it not be, if we're building this as Packer images, to get it to just generate a random key at build and then replace it at deploy?
I mean, at that point, we just, I suppose you want, if this doesn't exist, to just keep going, because it's what encryption key. That's loading into here. It's saying key val. If key val doesn't exist, it uses this default.
I guess we could, if we put the when. Oh, I don't know if the when will mess with it though.
But we could just go failed when. So this just fails happily, going, oh, there's no key.
What would be our failure condition for it though?
Just this. Or we could probably do a when actually. When server, because then when there's no servers, it won't run.
I'm just curious if the what. Yeah, we'll give it a go. My concern is that the way that when set up is, it means it won't set the fact for the clients if you're doing it in a client cluster. But in that case, you see, we just pick the default in any case for the clients.
Yeah, I think this is one of those, we're gonna have to change the way this key gets added to clients, because I honestly don't think we should. I suppose Nomad needs to know about console clients for this, but I think most of our clients should be set up through this Packer image.
Yeah.
So git status, git add.
Yeah, we need to work out how we want to handle that key a little bit better, because it's not very robust.
Go. I have no idea if this is going to re-download or not.
You feel like it would do, but
it depends where Ansible runs.
Yeah.
We'll see. The way Ansible works is it'll say if it's downloaded or not. I suppose it'll also just error with the same issue. Because the bigger issue is whether this works on the normal way of doing it, not the Packer way of doing it. Though I don't know, I think I was chatting to Wally about it, but so if you use HCP Packer, So if you use HCP console and you want to create a client to it, it just gives you a key. There's no way of like telling it to regenerate that key. It just goes like, cool, here's your encryption key.
Is it the same for all the clients, or is it?
Yeah, you just like you download a file which has all the like keys and stuff in it.
Does it have like a big disclaimer like "Do not share"?
Well, no, you just download HCL config file. It's just like here's the config you need to spin up a client.
Huh.
I understand why they've done it, and part of me is like, does this mean that having a key that's stored somewhere that we like know and pass in and don't? I mean, we don't need to rotate it every like week. Is actually fine.
I wonder if there's a way you could do it with like public key infrastructure. Not that it's built into console, but I wonder if there's a way that you could give up public keys to them. But that'd be the wrong.
No, they would need the private key.
Yeah, it'd be the wrong way.
Or
For
you'd need,
relationship.
yeah. Cool. Nomad config not found.
I guess you could do it with giving them the public key, because they could call to the but then it doesn't. Yeah, if you give them the public key and they called to the server with a request, and the server sort of sent, here's the encryption key, but then you're essentially, someone nicks that key, they can just join your cluster.
Yeah, I think I've now just found a bug in my Nomad code. Nomad roles. This was an error with Nomad client, because like it ran all the base stuff. So this must be the actual client. Config. I have a feeling I don't have any variables. There's the problem.
That'll do it.
I think I may just need config.
You probably want data there as well.
Oh God, this.
That'll be fine.
Which just means the server list is going to be empty. Well, that's the other thing that the console one does, is it has like hard-coded, I suppose, quick spin up, hard-coded servers. So this is going to end up having to be stuff that we load in into via the like job. The Nomad job, the start script. So
that's fine.
We want a way of like commenting this out. If
Packer build?
No, I was going to go if there's servers.
Oh, what if it's like,
so do
contain servers?
Do this.
Yeah.
I have no idea if this is correct.
I think it's end if.
No, wait. This is
the vault
to if. There we go. I thought that was wrong. This one. It was like there were percents somewhere, and then yeah, you're right. It is end if. It's because I've been in
Terraform templating.
Go templating, which is Terraform templating. But I've been Go templating for the last like couple of weeks, and then I need to go Nomad servers in group names. That should work, and then we just don't get a node pawn server if this isn't run normal.
I think you will never get a a server for that one because it's only. No, I guess it's group names, not inventory.
Well, that's how we're dealing with console. So hopefully, if this runs on the main one, it will work. I mean, I have no idea.
This is where branches and release tags would be a sensible thing.
But there's only us working on it, like.
Yeah, but it's not fair enough with the branches, but I think a release tag of like stable.
Yes, no, that is fair.
So you can just go back to the commit where it was instead of having to kind of trawl through a bit of Git history.
I mean, if we look back before the 8th, it was working.
Yeah.
It's when you're working on it a lot that it's like, cool, I need to go back 2 hours, but not 3 hours. 3 hours 3 hours ago it wasn't working. 2 hours ago it was.
I guess ours isn't quite so. Well, I guess we're going to start to get there now because we're doing it through Git. But when it was local, you would just test the code locally.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it through Git and every time you need to change, you're changing something for debugging, it's a commit. You then very quickly get into the realms of having hundreds of commits. Depending on how disciplined you are, the commit messages start to get a little bit meaningless.
I certainly know with some people that I will log in one day and there's been like 20 commits that all say test. Even the first commit doesn't say what it was. It's all just test. They started full well knowing they weren't going to write good commits at the start.
At least have the decency to number them as you go, so you can see your progress.
Didn't even do that. Just literally, you could see just clicked up until they found the command. Though I'm glad people that don't realize that you can alias functions. So you can just you could type an alias and it would just do that.
I did vaguely think about setting that up once where I was going to set up in a way that I could do it where I could supply the commit argument, but it would add everything, commit it and push it with one command.
Oh.
No, did you...
I made the thing that if it's in the Nomad directory, if it's in the Nomad folder, it shouldn't start with Nomad. But I didn't. I obviously very quickly did this last bit.
I wonder if is it with Git pre-commit where you can essentially run some tests to see if the code you're pushing satisfies requirements. It'd be an interesting. If I was ever setting one up, I would get it to check the last commit message to see if it was the same, and if it was, block it.
Oh, that's such a mean thing to do. No, you need to check if there's ever been a commit with the same name, because that's not a hard command.
Oh god!
And then just block.
I'm not sure. The first person to run the test commit and never do it again. You would just get loads of numbers, but I guess at least it would force someone to type out a new commit message, which would likely mean they'd put something sensible.
It forces thought, and that's normally more than necessary. Well, is this going to be progress? I love the fact we spent an entire stream just trying to get this to work.
As we said, it should just work, right?
Should just work. Ignoring console server. Oh, that's fine. That's a known error. Restart console. Installing the base.
Graceful failure.
No, this shouldn't fail. This should just work.
And it's something I want to get a bit better on, is failing gracefully.
That worked.
Nice.
So next thing, we got 15 minutes. Should we look at how we do HCP Packer?
Yeah.
We can at least create the HCP side of it.
Yeah, because we need to fix our TLS before we can pull the Nomad job.
Yeah. What did I call it? HCP base. So back to Terraform. So first step, we need a pointer file with this. Then we need a boundary file. And then no boundary.
So I say, why do we need boundary?
Why is there a boundary packer? It's because it's the top on the list.
So I say I was probing you about it earlier about the DNS issues.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we need? We need a channel. Channel sounds correct. What else can we get? Bucket. Yep, bucket sounds good. This one even requires a bucket name.
Oh, time to link them together.
Vols. What? Updates the Packer bucket IAM policy to bind a role to a new member. Do I have to bind this? Do I have to like? That's fine. It's not about that. Channel. No, we have a channel. Channel assignment. Okay, a channel assignment range. So this should be all we need for now. So if I go Nomad, we're doing a Nomad client bucket. Any preference on channels? So this is normally like dev, test, prod. I think. Let's just, I mean.
It's just, I guess, live will be our actual one. Keep with the sort of radio lingo.
Bucket name is that.name. And then the name is going to be live. Sure. I mean, when in doubt, push and see what happens.
Oh, well, they've put all of the HCP stuff into a single provider.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. It's all the same. They're trying to make them all through the same port.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I've done, where I've made a HCP Terraform provider, because there's actually not a lot of code to manage HCP. So I think it's very much of a like have a little bit of code, but all centralized for like what manages your HCP project. Feed and Packer. Too many U's.
Just a alias that.
I think GP sometimes works. No, I don't have any aliases on this. So now we go into the world of Terraform, which is.
When I set up a new laptop, I said to myself, on this laptop, I'm going to do aliases. For the things I'm finding myself doing repeatedly, I'm going to set up aliases. And I'm glad that I did.
The work that we do, it's really hard because it's like 90% of the time I'm on a client laptop using a client system. So all I'm going to do is, if I know aliases, is I'm going to mess myself up on client side.
I had a friend who set up a Git repo. You do have to have access to it, but to repo on GitHub, which just had a script that would run on Linux that would just set up all of his aliases for him. So he'd go to client site and then download that script, run it.
What client lets you do that? I made a point when I started the company I'm at now, because we got given a Mac. I was like, I've got time, so I have a Git repo that has a script, and I can run the script, and it sets my terminal up exactly the same as it is on every other laptop. It installs all the plugins. It sets up all my alias, like sets up the bash RC file, sets up tmux, which is a terminal multiplexer that I use. Like it does all of that setup for me, so I just don't need to care. It's worth noting before the stream, I gave this access. I put in the variables that it needs. Oh, that should probably be a secret. Oh, and the lol. Maybe I should regen that key.
Probably.
In fact, that's the secret side. So this is going to error. Oh no. Names need to have hyphens, not underscores. The thing I hate. So the thing I hate about the dash / underscore is it's random what things like dashes, what things like underscores. And in Kubernetes, which I've been dealing with a lot recently, some things like underscores, some things need hashes, some things need dashes. And until you start, you have no idea which one's which.
I think you should only allow both or neither.
Or one, or just like standardize it. Like
I think I prefer underscores to dashes from an aesthetic point of view, but
so the thing I like about them, and it's something you can do in Terraform, it's not considered best practice, but it's something you can do if you're lazy, is if you double click on a word, an underscore counts as a word, a dash doesn't. So if you want a part that's easy to replace, you should underscore it. And if you want a part that's separate to something else, put a dash in. HCP Packer registry no HCP Packer registry was found. Why are you telling me I need to go to the CLI to create a registry? What? I can't do that in the UI.
No, there's no Terraform for registry.
It's probably like a billing thing. It's probably I can't accept a billing. Not that I think HCP Packer costs anything.
We'll do it at some point. Well, some of the registry specific specifications probably have a cost associated to them. Base may be free, but there's like the enterprise one.
It's probably you just create one per project, so it's not like a. Okay, cool. Now I've done that arbitrary thing that I had to click.
I don't know how it then tells you, oh, do you want to integrate with Terraform?
Rerun Packer build after configuring Packer. Yeah. Pricing. So you can just schedule revocation. So after X amount of time, you can say, I want this image to be revoked in a week's time. And in a week's time, the image will die.
10 free buckets.
10 free buckets per month. As long as they're different buckets, I can create a new one every month.
So I wonder how that works. I assume you have an allowance of 10 buckets that you can create or destroy in a month. Not that if you just keep going, you eventually scale up your buckets.
So this is what this is how Vault works with the clients. It's a limit per month, which is quite nice. Anyway, that's now running, which is more than it was doing before. Yeah, you did it. Buckets. Okay. Got no mad. Undetermined parents, undetermined children. This is what you're saying about. I don't know if you're saying on stream or before the stream. It knows about its clients and parents, and if the parent has been updated or revoked, all the childs will fail as well.
Children.
I don't know. Children. Anyway, use the Packer. So the snippet below. Oh, okay. We want live. We have no platforms. No.
Did it confuse you that it's giving you like what looks like our Nomad code?
Well, it's like platform and region. I can't. It's like do them. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that is kind of what we want. So I think Packer artifact, HCP base, and then we go into Packer. I don't know, Packer, and then the builds. I think it's a build step. It's probably probably a build step like that. No, this looks like Terraform. That is like using the image.
Generate above.
Used as as Packer data source. That's to use, not to publish.
Can we build?
Yeah, we have to Google HCP Packer deploy image. It's not data source. It's a like after step.
Would it be in like a provider's block or something, or the equivalent of it?
God, so many Packers. Journal. That's artifact. That's to like pull. Create channel. Create channel. Build and deploy. Packet in it. Okay, so somewhere in this code, assuming the topic's like download this repo. Hashtag image. That looks right. Source, build. Here we go. HCP Packer registry. That looks more right. So bucket name. What do we call it?
Nomad something?
Nomad client. You go there. Don't care about description. Don't care about labels. I'm surprised there's no channel option.
Maybe that's somewhere else. Is there like general?
Oh, I think you just tell it. Oh, I think that's you tell it from the computer. You tell it in the UI. You can be like, go to this channel. Don't know. It looks like that's all we need to set. So let's
hit the button, see what happens.
I mean, there's no order which I'm logged into Packer.
Is there just a Packer login command?
Nope. I'm curious what the error is. Oh, look, I need to give it an ID and a secret.
No one's. You need to regen from earlier.
Yes. I'll just do this off the screen because don't trust anyone to upload random images to our Packer. Okay. Now, if I go build, tracking build on HCP Packer, what?
That makes sense. I assume we can go watch it in the UI now.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You can click. Running builds. Yeah.
It's fairly painless once we've got all the bits.
It's not finished yet. But yeah, this looks like it was pretty easy to do. I suppose they want HTTP Packer to be very easy because always no one will use it. Like
The old adage: if you want somebody to use something or do something, make that thing the easiest way to solve their problem.
Yep. I always remember it's the way Valve, the like Valve stance on piracy is the way you defeat piracy is you make non-piracy so much easier than piracy.
Well, there's an interesting sort of relation between piracy and sort of the streaming services. So when I think Netflix first launched and had everything on it, piracy just started drop significantly because all of a sudden it was so easy to just stream the content, and it wasn't particularly expensive because you had one subscription. But it's funny because as the number of streaming services has increased and the sort of content's now split across so many different platforms and the price has increased to the point where it's similar to a cable subscription, piracy is starting to tick back up again.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to pirate because you can have everything's in one place. But
yeah, I can go to one terminal and be like, give me this thing instead of what streaming services? I think someone can make a killing by having a platform that just lists all media and what streaming service it's on in what region.
Well, surely you'd do it. The way to really make a killing would be that you have essentially a centralized solution which you could just put all of your streaming credentials into, and you
Yes.
search for something, and if it's available on any streaming platform, it just delivers it to you.
I have a feeling that no streaming service is going to be happy with you doing that. But a forwarder that you click a button, it takes you to their website. That would be like a search engine for streaming services.
Yeah, I guess if it took you directly through to the link. I wonder if you could probably build like a smart TV app that had all of the nice graphics and showed you the trailers, and then just showed you where it was available, and you clicked which one you wanted to watch it on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just a phone app that's just like, oh, you need to open Disney Plus today, or you need to open Netflix. But I have most of them because my wife uses them. I watch anime on Crunchyroll, and that's the only one I pay for. Well, sorry, that's the only one I use that I pay for. Finished. Publish metadata. Don't know if I refresh this.
The music effects like a big refrigerator. Nice.
We've got Diskins. We've got what machine image, project ID, the link that we this link, which is really hard to get and is the only thing you care about from the registry if you're pulling an image.
We have the data block for that. Yes.
Yeah. And then we can get regions in. And then I don't know how you automatically do this, but then I can go channels, live. Oh, it has set live. Okay, so live has been set to this version.
Nice.
So obviously not going to do it now. And I may actually do the bash side of it off stream. Just we'll see how much I want to use this before the next stream. You then can do a curl request to get the latest version of the live. Oh no, there's latest and there's live.
Yeah.
So what you do is live is you go edit assigned version, So that's 1. And then live is the latest. Live and latest is the same. So latest is always going to be the latest. Live, we can have as like
Manage.
a stable.
Yeah. Well, I guess what would our test be? Live, pre-record.
Also, right, pre-record. Yeah, I mean,
uncut.
Yeah, God. It'd be like a writer's room or like a read it. Was it like a, what do they call it when you just sit around the table and read the script?
Oh, like there's. I think it might just be called like the first reading or something like that.
First reading, yeah. That can be our test, and then writer's room can be our dev or something. But for now, this works. Next time we can neaten this stuff up a little bit or fix our TLS. I may fix our TLS between now and then because that's actually important if we want to use this for anything else.
Yeah, no, I think next week we can look at consuming this in a meaningful way, as I think there's still quite a bit to do there. Although saying that, I don't really know much behind the scenes. I need to look into the code more deeply, and then we can look at using it and deploying it. But I guess we should say thank you for watching, and we will catch you next week. Like on YouTube and subscribe. It's been too long. Subscribe and like on YouTube and follow us on Twitch. See you next week.
Don't forget that bell. See you guys.
Bye.